Hello,
podcast.
everybody. Welcome back to the Isaiah and Nicole
I think I'm
show.
frozen.
Great way to start the
What is going on?
podcast
My
off.
my wife
And on
has a.
Juneteenth, they're going to freeze you on Juneteenth. Kind of messed up.
I
And
know.
during
You know
Pride
what? Keep
Month.
talking. Let me connect my Wi-Fi.
Feels good to be back. You know how we are. We're
Horrible.
back
Okay.
every.
I think I'm
Oh,
fine. I'm connecting my
okay. I think
Wi-Fi. It
he's
says it's
back.
connected.
Well, how are you doing, Isaiah? A little bit troubled, clearly.
Am I good? Am I good?
Or you're a little delayed. But you know what? I'm
Oh my
delayed at
God,
most
Nicole,
things.
am I fine
So.
enough?
No, you were a little delayed
Okay.
and now you're like a
Okay.
little fuzzy.
How about this? You keep talking. I'm gonna refresh my page.
Oh wow.
I'm
Oh
gonna refresh my
wow. This
page.
is how you know we are in the depths of hell here at the Isaiah and Nicole show. But we keep the show popping, we keep it moving. Feels good to be back here on the line. I've never done a solo podcast before. I feel like one of those girls on Bravo that thinks she's really entertaining, so she starts her own podcast, but she has no expertise, has no basis to be giving out advice, probably should be in a psychiatric facility myself, but we're going to keep it rolling. Um, in spite of the worst circumstances, I mean, I tried to tweet out my stories I'm excited to talk about today, but of course, I threw in a little typo in there. So if you didn't see my tweet that was up for 30 seconds, get ready for some stories about my journeys to the suburbs and how I'm 1 degree of separation away from TikTok's hottest question mark drill rapper. Isaiah, are we back in the
Am I
saddle?
good now or am I still bad?
Yes, you're
All right.
clean.
My Wi-Fi
Clean
wasn't
as that one Taylor
connected.
Swift song called Clean.
Clean. Yeah, my Wi-Fi wasn't connected. I was bugging. I'm good now.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm good. I've been driving all day, Nicole, so I'm like really tired, but it's always a good time to talk to you. It's the Isaiah Nicole show. We have to do this every 2 weeks and it's never a chore with you. So I'm always okay with podcasting with you when I'm tired.
I was nervous. You're like, we do it every 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, am I overstaying my welcome? But
No, we're
also,
good.
like, I'm the type of person where I will call you, like, if I just like need to talk. Like, if something crazy happens to me, I am the kind of person where I'll FaceTime you like randomly. So hopefully, like, the 2 weeks isn't too much. I'm not exhausting you even further.
No, we talk on a regular basis at this point. It's okay. But no, I'm good. Father's Day just happened.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I'm like
you
my
know,
Juneteenth Pride Month. I forgot about Father's Day. To all the daddies and the fathers out there, I see you.
we me and my brothers, so we wanted to go to the beach yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did was we spent the day with my family the day before. So we spent Father's Day on Saturday. And technically yesterday as well. We'll get into that at some point. But it was pretty cool. Like, what did we do? We took my dad and my mom, we all, me, my two brothers, my dad, and my mom, we all went to get breakfast at some diner called Hollywood Diner. Really good omelets, by the way. I'm a new found omelet person this year. I've been doing really good with it, but they're pretty good. But that was tasty. And then we saw the Flash as a family. That was cool. And then we
Mm.
got some ice cream, and it was just chilling. It was a good family day though. We don't have many of those, so it was dope. And yeah, and then yesterday, me, my brother, my girlfriend, and then this girl he's talking to, we went to the beach or
Ooh.
whatever. That was cool. And then when we got back, um, we just hung out as a family again. Like, it was just vibes. We watched a movie. It was cool. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, I went and saw my family as well, but it's difficult with my sister on the West Coast. We're like never all really together. So it's kind of like duping as their only child the whole weekend. So that was
Mm,
fun. Went to go see my parents, had a dentist appointment. They said everything's looking good, even
good.
though I get the munchies and then pass out without having brushed my teeth more often
Hmm.
than I'd like to. No cavities, so we're chilling. But because my dentist is on Long Island, was with the family, got some foot massages. That was really nice. My grandma's like, "Do you want to get your feet done?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll skip going to the nail salon to get my pedicure this week. I'll
Hmm.
bring flip flops on my trip home. We'll get our feet done." She rolls up to the foot spa. We got foot massages instead. So I was like, I don't feel bad, but I got to get my pedicure in quick because my toenails look crazy right now. And it's sandal season. So foot massage is nice, but yeah, we got to go get that pedicure. I thought incorrectly.
It's crazy because I really want to get a massage soon. I'm like really tense, you know. So like I'm on the same vibe as you, Nicole, as usual. Really
See,
want to
like,
get the
I'm so
massage.
excited to get a massage. I got a massage with my boyfriend for our anniversary a few months ago.
Cool.
And like it's nice, like they were rubbing my shoulders, but in the middle of it, when they're like really feeling down, it's like, oh, I'm paying all this money to have someone beat the shit out of my back. Like, and it hurts for a little bit, but and like it feels good the next day, and I'm glad I did it. But in the middle of it, I'm like, just I want to tap out, but I'm paying for this. I don't want to, have less pressure. That's a
You
bad
gotta get
deal.
you gotta get those Groupons to make them super cheap.
No, this place wasn't a Groupon, but I did a Groupon massage with my mom one time, and it was not it. There was a
Mm,
reason that shit was 70% off.
got you. So they knew that that was gonna be ass, but they said, you know what? You gonna get your money's worth. You pay for what the service
Yeah.
you get.
Life hack, use Yelp. It was made for a reason. Keep you from getting the reason like because it sounds like I'm saying that all massages are bad, but like the first one, it was just like inconsistent. At least at the massage I got more recently for my
Yeah.
anniversary, they were really rough all around. Like
Hmm.
stay consistent, I don't want to be surprised or have to, tell you to switch it up. Just stay consistent and I'll rock with you. That's what being a people pleaser is like.
Consistency is key around these
That's
streets.
key for a people pleaser like myself.
um, uh, so I'm trying to think. So other than all these holidays coming at once, what's been going on? What's going on in Nicole's life? What's happening?
So I found out something really crazy. I was on TikTok and I saw videos of kids graduating from high school. I'm like, why does this one have 60K views? And I hear the person walking across the stage and they say his name. And I'm like, his name sounds kind of like my boss's name. I wonder why this kid's like that sounds like I remember, Matthew was his name. I'm like, this sounds familiar. I click on his profile. The kid has 4 million followers on TikTok. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I Google check. I'm like, oh, this is my boss's ex-boss's, kid.
Yeah.
And he is like my boss was in a very lucrative business, the funeral business. His son is a drill rapper on TikTok.
Who is he?
Lil Mabu, do you know this name?
I don't think so. Let me search him
You're
up.
not deep on TikTok, but his famous lyric is she said I like purple, so I blew her back out and left her on red.
What the
Get it
hell?
because blue and red make purple?
I'm looking at Mabu or
Lil
Malibu.
Mabu, Mabu.
I'm looking at him. Yeah, I don't recognize the guy.
Well, you're not on TikTok clearly. I mean, this is my first, seeing him, but then I'm like, oh, I heard the lyric about purple, getting your back blown out and being left on
Huh.
red because
I
those
might
two
have to
things make
listen to it.
purple.
Maybe if I listen to it. He does have 1 million on Instagram. He has a
It's
picture of a little
crazy.
dirt.
I remember when he would come into the office sometimes. Like, I would just be sitting doing my secretarial duties. But this kid, like, you're rapping about being on the streets, being in gangs, adultery, being a
You
womanizer
got a
and a
picture of a little
player.
dirt. He knows some. He knows people.
He's rich. He is so rich.
Yeah, that don't mean he's popping. That means he got money to get into certain places though.
He's
Because all these
friends with
pictures are
like
in front of someone else's car, so that might just mean that they're like leaving, and he's like, "Yo, let me get a pic real quick, bro." You know what I'm
no,
saying?
he's the real deal. I worked for his dad.
Okay, I listen. I
It's
believe you.
crazy.
That's
So
crazy.
and but like the thing is like it was a really hard job. I don't know how many details I should reveal, but it's a very like old fashioned industry, and it was a really tough job. So my karma for how that job wasn't the best for me was that
Hmm.
he uses his dad in videos, and his dad is like, "You sound like 21 Savage, G. This is off the hizzy."
What
So
the
he
hell?
embarrasses his dad in the TikToks, which I think is just very funny.
Listen, there everyone eats at the end of the day, so it's like I'll take a little bit of embarrassment for that for a piece of that cheese. You know what I'm saying?
No, for
Um,
real. Like
yeah.
seeing that they live in properties worth $12 million, I'm like, damn, I
Mhm.
wasn't making that much.
Yeah, no, agreed. No, that's so
Allegedly, all
crazy.
this is alleged.
Listen, my I think I don't remember if I told you or not because my brother has like a song blowing up on TikTok right now.
Oh,
And
word. Do you have any key phrases or things that
I
I
don't
might
know. You have
recognize?
to look at it. I know the song's called London Tipton though. And
I just know that's going to be something chaotic.
he said he said there's a couple of bars, but it was like it's really good. But one of my favorite things is that he's like, I'm chilling my twin like I'm like Zach and Cody or something like that. I was like, hey, that's fire. But now you have to listen to it. His name is Jay Wasabi. But the coolest thing with him was that the video's going crazy on TikTok and stuff. And then he gets a DM from like this videographer, which is wild. And the guy literally is like, yo, I think this song could be a hit. Let me like film and edit a video for you. And
Ooh.
he's telling like our family chat, and my parents are very like still new to like technology, so they're like, it could be a scam. We don't know this guy. Da, da, da. I'm like, let him just
That
go.
is such parent behavior.
Yeah. But my dad ended up talking to the guy like he's legit. The video is like professional. Like it looks so good. Like I'm just like, damn, like it's crazy. And it's like this is the type of video that will cost a couple hundred, but like this guy did it for free because he's just trying to get his portfolio up. So I was like, that's crazy. Like they went to a hotel, they filmed because London Tipton, so like they filmed it like it was a Zach and Cody thing. It was
Oh, they
wild.
got to get the Hilton.
Yeah,
Yo,
and they were
that's
in New
so
York and
funny.
everything. Like it was crazy. There was around
Where
your
was
block.
Mr. Mosby at?
That would be crazy.
Was he rocking that
But
Prindle?
but it was wild though. I was just like, damn, like those are those moments that you know just happen. But like it
Someone took a
happened.
chance on you, and not
Yeah,
to like flex that, like, because I love to talk about my boyfriend, but he's doing that. He's working with this like new young artist in the city who does like fashion, and he's
yeah.
like, "You're doing cool stuff. Let me be on the wave with you." So it's people that have the, it's not the capital, but they have like the skills and the things to help you out, the mentorship, and they can provide you for a service because they see something good and they want to be on that train.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like it's always awesome to see stuff like that. But I was like, that's awesome, you know what I'm saying? But nah, he's doing good. He's making all his music and stuff. Me and him, because I started working on music again recently. Me, him, and my friend Autumn, who she has like a really good singing voice. Like her
Mm,
brother, he writes in like sorry, he helps like artists write music to the point where
okay.
like he was literally I looked at her Instagram because I'm like seeing all these videos of her singing, and I saw a video of her on the red carpet for the Grammys, and I was like,
Oh,
how did you
that's
get there?
cute.
And she's like, oh yeah, my brother, he was a part of one of the nominations. I was like, which one? He's like, the Beyonce album. I said,
Shut
so he
up.
literally helped with like Renaissance and stuff. I'm like, and so I'm looking at her videos. She can sing. I'm like, yo, come make music with me and my brother. So we're working on the EP, but she has like a really good voice too. I'm just like, yo, like it's really a small world. Like you really don't know who you're talking to because I was friends with her for like ever, and I never realized that she got connects like that. I'm like, damn, like she
You're
was
one
calling
degree
her.
of separation away from Beyonce.
It was crazy. Like we were working on a song. She's calling her brother for like advice of like what she should say on this song, and like he was helping her. I was like, that's really sick. But it just you never know who you're talking to nowadays. It's really wild.
And everybody knows everybody. It's kind of chaotic. But just let her brother know that Renaissance World tour, I'll be there, and the album was robbed at the Grammys. Because I feel like if you win
Absolutely.
album of the year, you get a lot of people get Grammys. I know they be making them like hotcakes. They give them to like every member of like a big band, you know?
It's funny you say that. I mean, this isn't the Grammys, and this might be like off topic, but speaking of awards, so the NBA championship just ended, right?
Okay, I
And
see the natural segue.
the National Soccer and
Smooth.
the Denver Nuggets one, right? So he has an MVP trophy. Like you get the trophy, like Finals MVP if you win it. Tell me why this guy's doing an interview, and she's like, "Oh, where's the Finals MVP trophy?" He was like, "I don't know." He was like, "I put it in like the storage closet, and I went back, and it's gone." Someone literally stole the Finals MVP trophy. He has no idea where it's at.
That's so chaotic. You think they would have like, I don't know, maximum security on it and some
Okay.
insurance at least.
Well, when everyone's like around, like celebrating and getting drunk, I'm not shocked. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that's
But
valid.
that's
Like people are
wild.
human.
It's so wild. I'm like, how do you lose that? Like that would never leave my side if I won that. You know? But that was just crazy. That I know that was so out of left field or whatever, but um, I just like before I forget that, I was like, let me say that. But that was crazy.
I'm sure like the person that's like the handler like had one job and that was to make sure the trophy did not
Well,
leave
the
their
handler
sight.
is him. It's his trophy at that point. There's no one else to handle it.
Like doesn't he have a guy
I
to
could. I
help?
don't know. Like I would be like, let me go run and put this in my car real quick.
Yeah, no, for real. Put it
I
in the
don't
trunk so
know.
nobody breaks in.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, it was crazy. But let's see what else. What else? So, oh, California. I went to
Oh yeah,
California.
that was within the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? No, I ended up going to California. That was crazy. So, remember last time we spoke, I wasn't going to go. And no, last time we spoke, I was
You like
literally
just agreed.
yes. So we literally flew out the next day, and we had a layover at in Texas. It was like 3 or 4 hours, hot as hell. I'm never going to Texas. But we flew to Cali, and it was just cool. But like California. First of all, California, like specifically Los Angeles, a little overrated. I'm not gonna lie. The movies and the TV shows make it seem like a lot more than it actually is. It's very graffiti filled and dirty. And just saying that. But
I've
you
been,
know,
I've seen.
yeah, it's overrated. But I really liked I went to Universal first and did all the stuff you have to do, like Harry Potter World, Jurassic
Mm-hmm.
World, all that stuff. We went to Super Mario World. That place is packed, first of all. Um
Oh,
and I only did one ride there. We did the Mario Kart one. It was like an hour 30 wait. When I
I'm
tell you
sure.
the other after that, like I got a fast pass for everything else because I just couldn't settle for that anymore. Like once you start fast pass, you can never go back.
You walk past the people in
Yeah.
like the no fast pass
You
line. You're
get
like, bye,
dirty looks.
peasants. You're
This kid,
ugly.
this kid, we literally walked past him. He was like, I was like he
Sorry
smacked
you're
his teeth
broke.
at
Sorry
us.
you're broke.
Okay, but
Feed to the
Universal was cool.
children. Making fun of the children. I'm gonna get canceled for child abuse.
And then
Bullying of children.
what did we do? We went to the other two. We went to Disneyland and we also went to Disney California Adventure.
I'm a
And
big California adventure head. I love
it
California
was
adventure.
cool. Like the Avengers campus is awesome.
Oh, I
Um
would never went to that. The cars is cool. I like doing
it's
the
new.
cars
We didn't
racer.
get to ride that. Listen,
Oh, need that
we
fast pass.
well look, this is the problem. So the regular ride was like 2 hours long. And we're like, all right, let's get the fast pass. Look at the app. Oh, it's an extra $18 if you want to get on this fast pass. So you
And
can
that's
buy
how
the
they get
fast pass
you.
and then you have to pay
Disney.
extra. So then we get to the fast pass lane, and guess what? There's a line for that too. And I was just like, hell no. I'm just like, I'm not going. Like there was a line like outside of the ride for fast pass. So I'm just like, they know what they're doing. So it's
Well,
like you're
Disney
paying
are
extra.
serious. Like these people plan their trips out 60 days in ahead. Ahead they get their reservations. Like you do not want to mess with a Disney adult. Like they know where the bodies are buried. And by
Yeah.
that they just know everything about Disney, how to hack the system, how to do all these things without the $18 upgrades. And it makes the peasants like us be like, "Oh, how was I supposed to know this? I don't want to read a manual before I go on vacation."
Yeah. See, I'm a Disney World expert, but I'm not a Disneyland expert. That was my first
That's
time
new
being there.
territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like now I know next time I go there that you go in cars first and then you do everything else. Like Universal, what we did, we didn't know how to game the system. So we did
Hmm.
everything up front first. And it was cool because we literally just walked on and it was dope. But then when we tried to do the big rides last, there was so many wait times. But the next day on Disney, we were smarter because we did the big rides first and then everything that people don't ride last. You know what I'm saying? So it was really cool though. Like I'm forever going to be like an amusement theme park person, but specifically Disney World. I think first of all, Disney World's better than Disneyland in my opinion.
I mean,
But
that's not even a contest. That's like
yeah,
comparing like oat milk to 2%. Like that 2% is just so fatty and creamy to me.
yeah. But if you want to go to Universal and Disney, I suggest going to California because Disney World's a bunch of different parks. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to
Mhm.
Disney World, you're not even going to go to Universal. But if you want to go to both, then you go to California. You know what I'm saying? So and they have both parks have like park specific things. So like this one had like Toontown, which was new to me, and Californian Adventures, and like I really should become like when I get older and like I'm done working like a Disney YouTuber where like you see those couples who like literally Valencia said
Literally,
exactly
Valencia's
what
talking
you're
about
doing.
it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like one of those people who like vlog and everything. That's exactly what I'm thinking about. But like I would be perfect for that. But
You
it
need
was
to move
cool.
to like the Disney Village where all the Disney adults congregate in Florida. But like
Yeah.
low key sounds like kind of a vibe. Like I would love to hang out with Mickey on the weekends. And I'm
Okay.
not even a Disney adult. It just sounds like a vibe to me. I would
I
love
would
to
get the
drink
yearly
around the
pass. Like I'm
world.
not even kidding. I would do it.
No, I know mad people that have it. I think my sister has it in Anaheim, and I know she doesn't even like roller coasters that much. So like if she's doing it and she doesn't want to ride half the rides, like I'm sure it'd be worth it for you.
See, I lost my plug because all right, I was very smart. So
You
first
had
of
a Disney
all,
plug.
I used to well, I had two plugs. So first of all, my first plug was if I don't want to pay for a hotel, I would go to my friend Austin's house, which I technically could still, because I used to go to Rolling Loud a lot down there.
Oh,
So I will fly for like $5 my flight points, stay at his house, and then go home. Boom, awesome. But he might be moving to DC, so
how
that's
dare.
my housing plug. The second thing is that uh, Josh Calhoun, he has a roommate and he used to work at Disney. So when we did this big like group chat hangout like 2 years ago, me and like some other orger people, we went to Disney for free because he worked there and he got us in there for free. So we just hung out for like 2 days. But I lost that plug because he don't work there no more. So now I have to go back
Oh,
to paying. But what was crazy, I tweeted that I was like, I want to go to Disney soon. And some guy who listens to Saran podcast DM me and was like, I work there. I can get you guys in. So next time I go to Florida, I'm gonna DM him and be like, "What's up?" But
you
I don't
better
have that
listen to
plug.
this show. I'm trying to drink around the world.
We need to
I'm
both go
trying
to
to get,
Epcot.
yeah, for real. I'm trying to get margarita drunk in Mexico.
See, Epcot is probably the one park that I spend my least amount of time in. To be honest
Because
with
it's
you,
educational. I didn't want to go there growing up. My parents didn't
yeah.
take me there until I was like 15 because they thought I'd be bored, but I wanted to go on test track. So what do they know?
I didn't appreciate it till I went like 2 years ago. I was like, I've really been missing out because this is cool. But we went at the end of the day, So
Hmm.
how much can you really experience? But no, I want to do Disney. I go to Disney like every 2 years. I'm such a Disney fanatic. I love it. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
my Disney.
overdue, and my man's never been. So like, I feel like that would be like a campy little vacation for us.
Yeah, I'll go with
Like
you.
stay at the Polynesian, get the lays, do the whole thing, take the monorail. Like that would be such a vibe. And
It
like I know
would.
there's gonna be children and I'm gonna be sweating, but now that I can drink, it's like a game changer.
It would be a game changer. We need to do like a song podcast like getaway, right? We're like, are
A
like
retreat.
how
We
we
can
did
it's a
like
right tax write off. Tax write off.
that's what I'm saying. See, like how we did our lunch thing in New York, like we need to do something like that again though. You know what I'm saying? But
But
like,
expanded and
okay,
international. And by
that would be
international, we're
very
going to the
fun.
French Pavilion in Epcot.
Bar, I've been talking a lot. Give me another story, Nicole.
Oh, so I made a journey into the suburbs recently. That was kind of crazy. I
I grew up
had
in the burbs.
I mean, me as well, but I went to Westchester, which is like interesting territory in New York because as a Long Islander, I would call that upstate. But while I was there, I had to be very careful to not call it upstate because they get really offended by that.
Yeah,
They're like, you have
that's
to be
facts.
out of Westchester to be upstate. I'm like, you're pretty upstate from where I'm situated right now in Brooklyn. So, whatever. I mean, we pull up. I mean, I'm being mindful of my words. We're like, you know what? We don't need to take an Uber to the house from the train. It's a 15-minute walk. Completely forgetting that these Google Maps do not show you the elevations. So we are walking. We're like, oh, these streets are pretty long. The avenues are like they really don't have a lot of cross sections, so you're walking, quarter mile at a time, and then we're like, okay, we're 5 minutes away, big ass hill. So we're trekking up the hill. It's like 80 degrees. I got the wine, I got the flowers. We're rolling up. So of course, as soon as we get there, they're standing on the porch in their beautiful home in Westchester, and I'm sweating, but at least I have everything. But I need to
Mhm.
make a good impression. The whole family's there. They're happy to see me, even though I'm like sweating all over their clothes. They have to excuse themselves, change, They
Mm-hmm.
didn't do that. But so we roll up to the burbs. I talked to Brian's wife, the lovely Emily, and I'm like, yeah, so we podcast about Vanderpump Rules together. And she's like, no, I know you guys, like you guys are doing your thing. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in with the party. They got the snacks on deck. But the only problem with being in the suburbs is there's all this food. There's no smoking area. How
Yeah.
are we going to? It felt like it was Thanksgiving. We had to,
Mm.
go for a walk.
Oh wow. So you couldn't do anything unless you walked, basically.
And you know what? I just wanted to respect the territory. We got there. We're like, okay, maybe we can, like hit a little
Because they're
something in
called
the
the cops.
backyard. That's true. It's legal. It's legal. But as soon as
Oh
we saw
yeah.
a kid at the party, shit got real in that moment because we're like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, people around our age are having children.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then I was like, "Oh, I know people that own a house and I'm out here like twiddling my thumbs like it's, crazy
It's
stuff, but
crazy. It's
yeah,
it's like it'll be a what's what I'm looking for? A life changing experience. What's the what I'm looking for? It's like
a
a life,
milestone.
yeah, a milestone, or just like you just kind of real a self realization moment where you're like, dang, I'm getting old.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh shoot, I need to like go put some money in an IRA account."
Do
And I say that as if I don't like pay my rent, have a job of multiple years, like, girl, you're
you want kids?
fine. I have no kids.
I said, do you want kids?
That's a difficult question because like right, I'm a little selfish. I'm like, I don't want to put a child in my stomach. That's crazy.
That's that's fair.
Like, I don't want to
I'm a
walk
guy. I
around
can
with like
fuck
a
with
whole
that.
other person. I can barely carry my dog and he's 20 pounds.
That's fair. That's fair.
So maybe I'll get there
That's understood.
eventually. Like, it would be cute to have another one of me rolling around, but it's rolling around. I'll teach it to walk. It, um, we'll see. We'll see.
Disney made
Life
me
is a
realize those
journey.
kids are bad. Well, sorry, the kids that aren't like not disciplined, but like don't have good parents are bad. Like,
These iPad kids,
yeah,
they
like
got
I've
those
always said,
claws.
if I have kids at some point, um, I was like, they're not going to like any kind of like amusement park or any of that until they're old enough to appreciate it because those kids are just like little monsters. Like, oh my god, like this. So we went when we went to Universal and we were in the Simpsons land. We were getting like the Duff, like beer or something.
Of course, I've been there many a
This
moment.
guy was just like, yo, you're so lucky you don't have any kids. Like, I can't even sneak away to get a drink. I said, oh my God, bro.
These parents need help so bad they're venting to
Yeah,
strangers at the amusement park.
it's crazy.
Get all
That's
these
pretty
parents
wild.
therapy and part-time help.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So it's just wild. But yeah, that's all for real. So I'm just like rambling. I'm trying to think about what else I want to talk about. Listen,
No, you went on a whole ass trip. Like, I'm out here twiddling my thumbs. I'm like, I have vacation in 2 weeks and I'm
uh,
counting down the literal seconds. I have like 9 days of work until I'm there.
listen. Remember, I'm not even working right now, so I have Uh, I basically got accepted for the Pepsi thing. I think I told you. So,
Yes.
I should be starting like if not this week, next week, because my background check and drug test and all that came in good. I have another job I'm interviewing for, and I really want that one over Pepsi. I don't want to do Pepsi right now. It's like Xfinity, and it's like
Ooh,
I really want that one. So
we're manifesting.
I passed the first interview, and now I got to talk to the hiring manager. But I really want that job. That job seems like up my alley, and it's not labor work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, Valencia. I'm not doing Coke anymore. I'm doing Pepsi. Where? Hold up. I literally just came from the store. We're doing Pepsi now. We drink Pepsi inside a podcast. No more Coke. We drink Pepsi now. Okay.
Period.
Remember this. But anyway, yeah.
That cherry Pepsi really does go hard.
It does.
Imagine that with a scoop of ice cream. I'm
Yeah.
doing their marketing for them.
Okay, listen, you hear it here first. Even if I end up switching over to Xfinity, still drinking Pepsi now. No more Coke inside podcast. We drink Pepsi. It was always awkward. When I'm like meeting my girlfriend's family for the first time, they were like, "Oh, where do you work?" I'm like, "Oh, I work at Coke," and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Coca Cola, the soda company."
I mean, what do they think you're doing? Working for the cartel? We got fucking El Chapo
They
over
had to do
here?
a double take though. They thought I was talking about drugs when I first met them. Like
My
it was crazy.
lord. Damn, you wouldn't be that brazen. They think that their daughter would date somebody that's openly talking about their cartel?
Okay, they thought
She's
I was
smarter than that.
crazy. I was like Coca Cola, not like because in my mind it's Coke, but they're like, "You work at what?" I'm like Coca Cola, the soda consolidated. Trust me, it was crazy. But yeah,
Yeah, like at least when I tell people where I work, because I work in public service, they're like, "Are you okay? Like, can
hmm
you afford to eat? Like, you work in the government." I'm like, "I'm fine. I just know that like during the recession, my job is chill, and that's why I picked it
yeah. Listen,
because you need these public servants."
I mean, speaking about jobs, and this is like my last thing for it's not even that important. So, I was formally, I'm not working there anymore. Formally, there's a lot of bullshit that happened. I ain't gonna get into all that here. Formally working on this org, and it was a lot of BS. But
Then I kind this is my kind of drama right now.
we'll talk about this off stream. There was a BS, but there was a challenge. It was a pot. So this game was like the Apprentice charm school type thing, right? In Apprentice, there's companies. So there was a silent podcast theme challenge on the low. I didn't make it public because I knew there was about to be a shitstorm on the way. But we did a silent podcast theme one where they had to do like um a demo podcast with one of our hosts. Like all right, when we were interviewing people for Silent Podcast, remember we had like I don't know if you were part of that, but we had like an interview process where we had to do a fake interview with people at sometimes. I
I was
think
aware, but I did not
you
participate,
weren't
which
one of the
sounds a lot
people.
like me.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I actually had Naomi do the hosting part for me, and then she
Queen.
actually picked the two people who got immunity, which is crazy. Yeah, but I didn't go public with any of that because all right, there's a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of drama.
Well, Naomi would
Um,
know. She's like the org queen. Like she's been
yeah,
through hell and back with these orgers. Like everyone's like, Nicole, why don't you do an org? And I'm like, it just takes a different level of like
don't do
wanting to
it.
be perceived. And I just can't be in that world. I mean, I'm doing this
I'm
podcast
officially
right now.
retired. Don't do
I'm
it.
revealing my business. I can't do it. It's scary.
Don't do it. I
I'm
so many
scared.
conflicts. Like I had the Art Hat podcast. I had all this real life stuff. Like this past weekend, like I just couldn't be there. Like it was supposed to be 2 weeks, and then the host changed the format to like he mess. Anyway, don't do it.
I would
You're
never.
fine. You're too busy. But all right, that's all I gotta talk about, Nicole. You got anything else?
I'll just drop some food recommendations if the
Go for
people
it.
are listening. I went to Flushing yesterday with the BF. I got some recommendations from my friend that like teaches at a coding school in Flushing. If anybody wants to learn how to code and is in the New
Ooh.
York metropolitan area, I know a guy for you. Um, but we went to Shanghai U Garden. If anyone's ever in Flushing, get the XLB, the Xiaolong Bao. It's like these pork soup dumplings. They are so much better than the place that has all the Michelin stars on the door. Nothing makes me more mad than seeing a place and they have all these hyped up reviews. We're on the Michelin Guide. I go on TikTok to see if it's worth it to, go back to Flushing to go to this specific place to get this specific soup bun. All the people are saying it's overrated, don't do it. So if you're ever in Flushing, get the XLB from Shanghai U Garden. It's fatty, it's porky. I'm sorry to all of my friends who are not able to eat pork if I'm giving you FOMO, but just like I'm giving you the real tea. Also, if you end up in a basement in a food mall, the food there is going to be probably the best food you've ever had in your life. The
Mm.
sketchier, the better.
That's
I'm
crazy
officially
because
back.
I'm actually to the coding guy sidebar. I'm taking like a coding program on Google. Like,
Oh,
okay, that's crazy. So shout out to that guy.
no, my
That's all.
friend, like literally, he was in we met in college. He was like about to get like apply to schools to get like his PhD and his
Mm-hmm.
doctorate. No, his PhD is a doctorate, the MD PhD, so the medical degree and the PhD at the same time. And
Mm-hmm.
this was like if you were to tell him like the person he was 5 years ago that he'd be doing this now, he would be in a coma on life support. Like, it's crazy where life takes you, but it works out for me because he's showing me all the good places to get pork not even pork buns because he can't eat pork, he's Muslim. But he knows where to take me. He took me to get the duck buns and I got the
Oh, that sounds
XLB.
really
But you know what,
good.
it's the gift that keeps on giving. I was able to give that to my boyfriend and he can impress his family from Connecticut when they're in town now.
Shout out to Evan. Shout out
We
to Evan.
love, we love.
Um,
He won me a plushie at the
I
game,
saw that
at the
on
got
your
the crane game.
story. Yeah, I
No, he
saw
won
that.
me not only
Mario,
a
right?
Mario, he
Yeah.
won me an is it an Esperon? You know, the Eevee evolution?
Espeon.
Espeon. Look at him. He's on my
Yeah, that's an
window.
Espeon. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I got the purple one.
You got the magic hands. You know what I'm saying?
I've never, I'm so bad at Pokemon Go. I've never evolved my Eevee and got one of
Oh
these
my god.
before. I always get a Vulpix or whatever.
There's a lot of
There's
evolutions for
8 of them.
Eevee.
I've been
Yeah,
learning.
yeah. There's a lot. Certain conditions, but that's cool. I've only succeeded at claw machine once, and it was horrible because I lost a toy like so long ago. But I can't
No,
win
these
anything.
are rigged. We only got the
Espeon.
Espion only got her because we gripped the head, and then we got the Mario because we gripped like the string on
See
his
that,
back.
that he knows the strategy though. He knows the strat. I can't do that. I suck. I'm like looking all angles trying to figure out where to grab it, and then I try to grab it and it just falls. Like I suck, bro. So I'm jealous of Evan and his claw machine skills.
It's a
Um,
new thing. I was like, okay,
yeah.
great. Another reason that I'm dating you. Like next
uh,
time, if I ever in the sad world ever do end up on a dating app, I'll have to say must be proficient in the claw game.
Clocker. Oh man. All right. Well, Nicole, thank you so much. As usual, I love doing this podcast with you. You woke me up because I was so tired. Nicole, where can people find you?
I'm everywhere at Behind the Secret. We're starting up the Project Runway pod again. So if you're still listening to this and you have questions, feel free to send them my way and I'll let the team know. Naomi G and I will be back. So that'll be dropping soon. And like I said, Behind the Secret, where no secret is left behind, is my name on socials. Thank you, Isaiah, for giving me that phrase a while ago. I'm going to run into the ground.
Love it. I love it. Listen, you'll find the best quotes from like random people. Like my friend is the one who gave me "We're anything but silent." Okay, so
That's
Geneva,
and that's you. He needs to be getting on. He needs to be on the payroll.
that was Geneva. She is on payroll.
Oh,
Uh,
Queen.
Shout out to you, Kuzi. You always watching. You don't even need to do that. That's Kuzi from Big Brother Canada. I love Kuzi. That's my
Queen.
queen.
Hey.
Shout out to Kuzi. All right. But if you want to follow me, you can find me at 8 Ball Bangers on all social media platforms. You can find me weekly, obviously, talking about Big Brother. We're doing our off season right now, so I don't have a season to talk about, but every now and then me and Lavina will do our ranking streams. Want to do some Big Brother Canada related content very soon because we always do American. I want to shake it up soon, but you can also find me at Rob Has a Podcast, where the other day we did the Big Brother winners draft with it was like Taryn, Asia, me, and Chantel. That was chaotic, okay, but I had such a fun time with it. So you make sure you check that out. But until next episode, have a good one. Bye.